afternoon, Stitch Roadies. Yay, it's a gorgeous day outside. Oh my gosh, it's like the perfect fall day. The perfect fall day. And so much of life right now is just, you just want to embrace it. You just want to embrace it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't say that enough. It's absolutely gorgeous. Perfect fall temperature, just a little bit of crisp, but not enough that you need a jacket. And the only clouds in the sky are like vapor trails from a lot of the military jets that fly in the area. And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting the patterns that they make. But today is a lot of this and that, a lot of this and that. And I just want to say up front, I'm going to turn my phone off so that it doesn't go ringing on us. I just want to say up front that, I really wish I had, I wish for you that I had a pattern to my floss tube. And I know some of you so kindly have said you do not care, which I really appreciate. But I know that there are many people who feel more comfortable when there's a certain amount of structure and consistency. And I wish I could be that for you. I really do. But I've been embracing who I am. And it totally cracked me up when I found out that October, not only being my birth month, but that it also is ADHD Awareness Month. Do you think somebody knows something? Do you think somebody knows something? Yeah. So I've been doing all over the board, and I am just going to share it as it rolls off the tongue. How about that? Well, first of all, I want to, you remember how Willard Scott on the Today Show? How he used to shout out different people, whose 100th birthday it was, or, he would do all that. Well, I just wanted to do a very special shout out to a follower, a subscriber, however you want to look at yourself. This gal has been with me. And so I just want to say a special hello to Joyce Leafdale. Joyce, I can't tell you how much I enjoy knowing that you're out there. And so thank you for tuning in and putting up with all my shenanigans. So what has been going on this week? Well, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have finishes, I have starts, I have happy mail, I have haul. Yeah, it's one of those. And I was really, I had gotten a message from Janine, the owner of Acorns and Threads, that there was a package for me there. And when I went there and opened it up, I just had to gasp. Of course, I have it's in my bag of haul, my Acorns and Threads. Janine sells these bags, and so that when you come into the shop, if you bring your bag to the shop, I think you get an extra punch on the punch card that you have there. And these are made out of the same tags as the tags on the back of blue jeans. So washable. Let me just find out. Let me dig to the bottom of the bag. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Maybe it is a little bit. But Queen Bee, Grandma Bee, sent me the most beautiful needle minder. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. It's by Kelmscott Designs, and oh man, is it ever beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I also had placed an order with As the You Flies, as you, Chris, and so I will show you what I ordered, but she sent me in the package a little bit of a birthday surprise. It's, first of all, I have got this adorable card, and there was a, this floss card. Look at that, isn't that cute? Yeah, and I'll put the links down below for her shop. Yeah, she has an Etsy shop because she makes these, like, you put them on the ring of your floss, and it's just another embellishment that makes you smile when you're stitching. And she sews them, and then on the back, so it says Dream Fairy, cherish yesterday, dream tomorrow, and live today. And keep calm and stitch on. Thank you so much, Chris. The ones I ordered, and you kind of have to be quick. You know, it's kind of like several of our favorite Etsy shops. Oh, there's just so many. I can't even begin to name them all. You have to kind of get on there right when they're posting they have something for sale because it's gone. And so I ordered 3 more of these, and the ring goes on top, and then you put your floss cards on the ring. And this one is this gorgeous one that says Best Friends, and it has a little bead and string. Life is like a cup of tea. It's all in how you make it. Inspire. I mean, they're little works of art. This one. Look at that sunflower. What's not to love, right? Yeah, so I was really, really happy about that. I might as well just continue on with the haul, huh? So I was watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter. Yeah, they're a problem. They are like a cross-stitch gang members, you know, like you got to do the dance, you got to stop the floss tube, you got to go order, it's just like, you know, I feel like when a new floss tube comes up that I'm like at a rock concert. I'm screaming, yay! Man, oh man. So they showed some fabric. It was, I can't even remember if it was Laura or Brenda, but they showed some fabric. I stopped the video, I Googled it, and I found it at the Missouri Star Company. And it's this fabric. It's kind of, it has the look of like that stamped cross stitch, but it is awesome. And I don't know what I'm going to do, whether at first I thought I was going to cut it up and use it on the back of, projects. But it has all these awesome sayings on it. And I thought, maybe I should make a project bag. Maybe I should make a project bag. I don't know. All I know is right now I just need to have it, and I need to just pet it. Yeah, just pet it. Because it's just so fun. It's just so fun. So good. I'm doing I'm doing a handful of Sal's, not a lot of them, but I'm doing a handful of them. And one of them is with Megan, who is the Frozen Crafter on Instagram, and she also is a designer. And we started a Harry Potter project, Hogwarts, and so I made for us, this is, now, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I've been nagging ever so slightly whenever I see Marion the librarian, not being really pestering, but I love her snippities and I use them, but I have to keep moving them from bag to bag, and what I would like to have is one in each bag. And so I asked her the last time, are you going to ever start making those again? And she said she was thinking about it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because let me tell you, the ones I made for Megan and I don't even compare in precise sewing. They're not professional looking. So what is a snippety? It is a postcard that has like felt or batting on one side, so that when when you have your extra floss, it's kind of just sticks to it. It's not that this is sticky, but it just grabs it, and so you don't have to keep putting the floss. If you're working with a certain color, you don't have to put the floss back in the bag or wind it back on the little floss bitty thing. So I decided to try to make one for Megan and I to put in our Harry Potter project. And this is the one I made. So I had some Harry Potter fabric, and yeah, I'm glad this isn't a close-up shot, because this is really not my best work, if I do say so. But it's gonna work. So I made one for Megan and one for me. Maybe that'll help me get on with my project. I've been working on the Prairie Schooler Santa, and you know, I will put down in the description box, I was contacted by a stitcher who wants to set up a lending library for Prairie Schooler Santas. And I guess there's a lending library out there for Blackbird design, and it's not to take away from the designer or the income of the designer, but a lot of these are hard to find or don't exist anymore. And so rather than, you know, never finding them, there are certain people that have stepped forward and set up a lending library. I don't know how it quite works, and I'm not a part of that, so I will just put in the contact information. She has agreed to have her contact information in the description box, so that those of you who are looking to borrow, it's much like an author who writes a book and you check it out at the library. This is on a much smaller scale than the thousands, millions of libraries in the world. But yeah, so she's setting that up, which is really nice. I have no affiliation with it, though. It's just that I'm putting her name out there because she has agreed to that. What I've found is, I'm curious about is, I've been putting together my own Prairie Schooler Santa group, you know, trying to get them all. And I lack only 5 out of all the years that they've been published. And my intention is, once I do them all, which may be another year or 2 to get them all done, once I do them all, then that whole bundle will be a giveaway. Because I'm not one that keeps my charts. I can't imagine at my age that I would stitch anything more than once. I can see me stitching the Prairie Schooler Santas more than once. There's a couple that I can see me stitching more than once, but mostly I don't. And so probably down the line I'll give those away though as one awesome giant giveaway. But in the meantime, I'm hoarding them. I did fully finish my last one, which was the A and the G. Isn't he cute? And I know that I have been told that people get off count on them. And I realize that that's happened to me also. You would think that they look pretty straightforward, but you do. You get off count for whatever reason. The good thing about these is even if you're off count, you don't necessarily have to frog it back out. You can just, it's easy on a Prairie Schooler Santa to adjust. It's called adjustable cross stitch. Yeah. But he's awful cute, and I like to personalize where I can. So like the one that I'm working on right now, I will be stitching my grandson's name on it, and maybe the year, because I would like to make my grandchildren an ornament every year. As long as I can see and stitch, I would like to do that. Yeah, so, okay, let's see, where are we? Oh, well, I think it's time for a chocolate. I bought this bag of Dove chocolates. G doesn't particularly care for this chocolate as much. He says it's not very good to him comparatively to other chocolates. Not anything negative about Dove, but I like them, not even for the chocolate, although I'm going to pop this one in my mouth, but because it has a little message in it. Well, this one speaks to me. Be fearlessly authentic. I always say, what you see is what you get. Sometimes I pay for it, though. Oh, I don't know what G's talking about. That is good. So, let's see. I finally got started on Generation Sal, which I'm doing with Cheryl. She's one half of Stitching with the Sisterlies. Colleen's doing a quilt, and Cheryl is doing the stitching, and it's at Twin Peaks Primitives. And the reason I loved this chart is because not only is it stitching the generations together, but my father-in-law, as I've said before, he dyed yarn, he spun it. This is G's dad. He spun it, and he would do weaving. And the first quilt, and you know, I'm a quilter, and the first quilt I ever saw, though, was made by my father-in-law. And it was worn to bits by my older son. He used that quilt until it just literally fell apart. And so I am doing this on the called for fabric. Not the call, it just tells the count. I don't know what this is actually, but it's 14 count ADHA, and this is how far I've gotten. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving this project, and it's going to be perfect, a perfect addition to my home. I also, oh, see, here's one that's made by Marion the librarian, who is Caddy Cross Stitches is her Etsy shop, and see, this just looks, it's so perfect. This one not so much. But I love having them in there, and the thread just sticks to it. So I'm doing this with a handful of girlfriends. Away We Ride by Blackbird. This was my birthday start for 2021. I was reminded I do not have my 2020 birthday start done, which was Diligence. I thought it was the Thanksgiving pumpkin, but that was 2020. And I'm doing this on Jobelin 28 count sage. And I just love this. I love the fabric. I had lunch yesterday with Janine, who owns Acorns and Threads, and I asked her, what's with Garden Gate? You know, and she gave me the lowdown as she knew it, but it's the same thing that's going on around the world. Availability, distribution, you know. So on that particular piece of floss Garden Gate I'm not using. I'm using the suggested 2 different color strands of DMC, which works fine. Okay, so now, oh, Autumn Beauty, that quarter shop. Oh, is that, I mean, you gotta love this project. But let me tell you, the border is intense, not hard, intense. And so I work on a little bit of the border, and let's see, it goes like this. Oh, this is the top, like this, and a little bit of something else, and then a little bit of the border, and a little bit of something else. The border is absolutely the most perfect stitch for when you're zooming with someone, because you don't have to count really. You just, it's like those, like when you leave fill-in for you know, for when you're zooming, so you don't get off count. And then, let's see. Oh, this is the bag that, isn't this bag gorgeous? Oh my gosh, this bag is gorgeous. This was a gift to me, and I'm using it for my Generations Sal. But, you know, not only is the outside beautiful, but the bottles on the inside. It's like a note in a bottle. Have you ever found a note in a bottle? I did one time, long time ago. I can't even remember what it said. Yeah, can't even remember what it said. I had another finish. Oh, I haven't even told you about the haul yet. But I had another finish. I finished the, you know, Cross Stitch University that that quarter shop was doing. It's so perfect. It's a housewarming gift, and I finished it on, I did kind of the flat fold, and then put it on this board. Isn't that just adorable? It's just adorable. Oh, got a piece of my hair stuck in there. Yeah, so I went to, it's all Grandma B's fault. I went there to pick up the package that Janine said was waiting for me, and you know, which is this gorgeous needle minder. And then you just can't not go in there and not shop. So I went in there and I looked all around, and I found this chart that is going to be perfect as a gift for my sister in the future. Maybe next year's birthday or something. It's by the Salty Stitcher Design, and you can get it. You can get all this as Acorns and Threads, but it's a quote by Dr. Maya Angelou, and it says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Yeah, it's the truth. I know that in my own life, that there's some things that you think, oh, I didn't feel quite right around that person, but you can't remember why. Yeah, so it's a beautifully charted like sampler. And this is a new to me designer, Salty Stitcher Designs. It's just, it's beautiful. And then Blackbird Design, they got a new new small stocking that was in the shop that I didn't have. This is probably in, you know, it's like a re-release. It's probably in a book or something, but yeah. Then I decided I was going to get a new little wood hoop. I love these hoops, and I got this at Acorns. Well, I got all this stuff at Acorns and Threads. This is a wooden embroidery hoop, and you can kind of tell the difference. You know, the bamboo ones that you get at the box craft stores, you know, they're skinny, and they just don't feel right in the hand to me. And so these are just really, it's kind of like the bee skep that Peter makes. You can just feel, you can feel the quality. You can feel the quality. And so the wood and the quality of these hoops is so much better. And I just wanted a little smaller size one. So I picked up one of those. I picked up a pack of 24 size needles. And then what happens? Then Janine and I go have lunch, and we're just hanging out and, you know, talking away and stuff, and then I gotta go home, but I have to go use the restroom in the shop because, you know, it takes me about 25 minutes to get home, and you never know if you get stuck in traffic, and, you know, when you got a bladder my age, you know, you better just go to the bathroom when you can. Dangerous. Let me just say dangerous, because it forced me back into the shop. Yeah, back into the shop, and as I was weaving through to the bathroom, something caught my eye, and I was like, what? I didn't see that before. And so, yeah. And Jolene, who does all the finishing at the shop, you know, and for people who bring their stuff in to finish, was the one who made the sample. And I just was like, oh, that's so gorgeous. It's so different. It's a small, it's, yeah, it's, I don't know, there was something different about it, and I just fell in love with it. And if you look on my Instagram or Facebook feed, I put a picture of the finished one that Jolene made. but with the threads, and then it comes with the packet of little buttons. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And Jolene said that she did this on 16 count ADHA. Oh, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So my trip to the restroom resulted in more haul. Yeah, resulted in more haul. Oh well. Oh well. My bladder felt better. I got excited. Yeah. It's a good life, isn't it? It's a good life. Well, I'm really excited because this next week I'm going to be traveling. Um, it will be the first time I'm flying anywhere in a couple years. Um, I actually think it was, yeah, it was, maybe, maybe it was a year ago. No, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. Anyway, whenever I went to Road to California was the last time I flew, which is a big quilt show um, in Southern California, which is really funny because on the way home from that flight, I was at the airport and I'm standing there and there's my cousin and his son. And I mean, my cousin lives in West Virginia or Virginia. I haven't seen him probably since I got married, maybe in 30, maybe, we've been married 44 years. No, I probably saw him after that a little bit. But, he got married. Oh, no, I saw him at another cousin's wedding about 10 years ago. But, he had little kids. And now here I'm in the airport, and he's with this handsome young man who was his son. And I come out of the restroom, they're calling my flight, and I see my cousin, and I go, Tommy? And he's like, and both of our brains are doing that. I mean, he lives on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast. He's in the airport with his son, and we had exactly less than 5 minutes to hug and say hi. And the world is a very, very interesting place. You just have to pay attention. You just have to pay attention. But see, I'm all over the board. So that was the last time I flew. And so next week I'm flying back east again to Minnesota. And I'll be going to a place called Buttermilk Basin, which my girlfriend Stacy owns and is the designer. I'm staying with another friend of mine who lives back there. And then I'm going to get to see my sister, who is currently residing in Fargo. And then I get to go to Stitchville, USA. So probably the next video that you see after this one will be the Stitchville, USA video. I just can't wait. I cannot wait. So be sure you stay tuned at the end of this one because we'll put up one of those little postcard things of who the winner of the project bag. The project bag from Fat Quarter Shop and the Floss Biddies. So I will post that at the end of this video, or G will post that at the end of this video. And so you guys all take care. It'll be an exciting time next week. I'm taking stitching with me. and maybe I'll get something done, because, you know, kind of like when you don't have all your worldly distractions, you get a lot more stitching done. Well, let's hope that happens. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I see you again. And please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and press the like button. Would love that. You take care. Love you guys.